Hey, everything on 3. Number 3. Wait on 1. Oh, wait on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Hey, next up, man. Eyes on 3. Everything on 3. 1. Everything.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros Podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm literally going to talk about that exact
All right,
point.
well, here we go.
Get dunked on, bro.
Yes, I am a Bills fan. Yes, I'm going to dunk on the Buffalo Bills. Why? Because we had 4 running backs dressed yesterday. 4.
Well, they said we need to run the ball more.
And the one that we just traded for never had an attempt in the game.
1 catch, right? For like 8 yards?
1 catch.
Yeah, 1 catch.
For like 8 yards.
No rushing attempts. I'm dunking on the Buffalo Bills organization for, first of all, suiting up 4 running backs and then not using them. Why would you suit up 4 to not run the ball? We had 20 attempts total with 4 running backs who played in the game.
Well, it's funny because this is my dunk on too. The Bills coaches, and I've already went through a random, but you're right. Like
apparently they dressed 4 running backs to use 2 of them as kick returners.
yes, they were kick returning.
Yeah, but Duke Johnson, he had carries.
Yep.
He had
Yeah.
2 carries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singletary had 13, and James Cook, I think, had 8, I think.
James Cook was right on the verge of a touchdown.
Yep.
And that's the play you're talking about. And then they took
was
him
in
out.
the red zone,
He gets to
but-
the 1 yard line.
Okay.
And then they brought in Duke.
And I'm not counting Josh Allen because we all know he's our best rusher anyway. Devin Singletary had 13, Cook had 15, and Duke Johnson had 2. Those are running backs. Isaiah McKenzie had 1. He took a jet sweep.
What was his? How many yards did Singletary have?
47.
So he's averaging nearly 4 yards a carry.
Right.
Why did we stop using him?
What was James Cook?
3.6 average for Singletary. James Cook was 5 for 22, 4.4, and Duke Johnson had 2 for 4.
Okay.
You brought in Duke Johnson to run for 4 yards.
Yeah. And on the one run, he got nothing.
And then you traded for Naheem Hines because you're like, oh, we need this pass-catching running back, and he takes your punts?
Pickles on my pickles.
Yeah. 0 cents. Like Cook was in
my
the game
God.
too, and he looked so good on his runs.
He was explosive.
Yeah, he was explosive. Like there were small windows, and he made them work. Like which none of our running backs can ever seem to do.
And he was motivated.
And then all of a sudden we're like, sorry, bro, you're out for Duke. Scott, get this 1 yard, and then Duke doesn't do anything.
I don't know if it's the worst or the best or Josh Allen's attempts. He had 6 attempts. None of them were designed runs. They were all scrambles.
Running all over the field.
He ran great, like he always does.
But back to James Cook, he was motivated to like outduel his brother.
Right.
Like why not let him go and see what
I would have started him the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. He was motivated to outduel his brother. You know, everybody, especially in the Fantasy Football Bros League, you know, if you're going to be in a football game against your brother, you want to outrush your fucking brother.
Like, absolutely.
I don't know if there was something going on or whatever, but like the one time that they took him out, like he kind of put his hands up and was like, "Yo, like,
good. He should.
I don't need to come out. Like I'm good." And, and they were like,
agreed.
"Nah, you're coming out."
He should.
He's like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
If you're going to bring him out to put back in Singletary, whatever.
I totally understand that he's a rookie, but come on, this is a big game for him. Man.
This coaching staff and
let
this
him
organization is starting to like show their true color. They're not a progressive like future organization. They're falling into the old school of like rookies need to earn their stripes and we're going to run with our guys. These are our guys. So Duke Johnson, you've been on the team the whole year. Get in there. It's one of the smallest running backs on the league. Go ahead on the 2 yard line and try to get it in there. Are you kidding me?
No.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Get dunked on.
The coaches are doing a horrible job on this team. And if y'all don't see it, you're just blinded, stupid Bills fans.
Yeah.
These coaches are showing their true colors of conservative football playing little bitches. And that's what our team is right now. We are not the team we thought we were. We're not the team we thought we were.
And like I said, if these numbers don't concern you for a team that you claim to be a Super Bowl contender, then something's wrong with you because any team that you think is going to the Super Bowl, these numbers would be concerning.
That's
for.
very concerning.
Absolutely.
Did you know
if you can't score in the second half, there's a problem.
We went yesterday from being the number 1 seed in the AFC to the last
6th.
wild card position.
We're in 6th.
Just like that. Boom.
Yep.
We're in 6th, then we dropped to 3rd in the division.
Just like that. Congratulations, Bills. Keep it up. Keep up being conservative. And the only thing you're not conservative with is Josh's elbow because you throw him right back out there to throw a million passes.
We've also
43 attempts for Josh Allen
We've
and a broken
swung
elbow.
so far to the other side too now that like we don't even go for it on 4th down anymore.
It's ridiculous.
Like at the beginning of the year, we were going for it on 4th down like almost too much, and now all of a sudden we're like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this coaching needs to get it right. Was this your dunked on too, the Bills? Or did
No.
you have something else? Well, what you got?
The fucking Bears, bro.
But what do you mean, Jay? You got
The Bears.
So, the first team in NFL history to score 30 and lose all 3 games.
really? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Wait, they scored 30 points and lost 3 games in a row?
Yeah, it was like 29. I think it's the first team in NFL,
Oh, my.
but I'm pretty sure it was like
But they finally figured out how to use their quarterback.
They still don't got fucking weapons. I mean, Chase Claypool, you just trade for him. And I know this because I started him in another league. One catch.
The Bears are the first team in NFL history to score at least 29 points in 3 consecutive games and lose all 3.
Oof.
So
If you're Bears fans, are you
Jay's a quasi-Bear fan.
But are you upset that you're losing because you found your quarterback finally?
I don't think you would be.
Or are you okay with it because you found your quarterback finally?
This is like
most Bears fans know that they suck, so it's just like,
So it's good to see Justin Fields doing his thing.
I guess.
I mean, I love to see it. I really do. I think I said this before, and that was one
Is
of my
he
victory
really their
laps in the
guy?
past.
Is he really
that's what I
their
was gonna say. I'm not
franchise
sold
QB?
that that's their franchise
I'm still not
quarterback.
sold, but at least they figured out how to freaking use him.
Here's what I want to know. If you guys are excited with
God, he
Justin,
can't throw the ball for
You
shit, but
guys
he
are-
can sure fucking
yeah.
run.
you guys are
Exactly.
excited about Justin Fields, and I mean, obviously I am too. I made for him. But you guys could not be any more down on Trey Lance at the beginning of the season.
And he's where?
Okay, but that's not what we're talking about. So how excited would you be right now if Justin Fields was on San Francisco? As opposed to having Darnell Mooney and David Montgomery. How excited would you be if it was Justin Fields with Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel and Brandon? You guys would be crazy, but you didn't see the potential.
I wouldn't
Trey
be
Lance.
on. I still wouldn't be on Fields with 49ers.
You didn't see the potential with Trey Lance because this is what Fields is doing right now is exactly what I thought Trey Lance would be doing. Just with a better
But he's
team
not.
and better weapons. It's exactly what I thought Trey Lance would be.
Well,
Unfortunately,
if you had Fields on the 49ers right now, Fields would be running more than McCaffrey, so McCaffrey's value would even go farther down.
But also at the beginning of the season, McCaffrey wasn't there. So I know it's different, but I just think this is where Fields is where.
Well, as much as you hype up Trey Lance, I hope he can throw a ball better than Justin Fields.
Well, even if he doesn't,
Unfortunately-
look how good he can be in fantasy.
Unfortunately, we haven't seen Trey Lance to even compare him to anything.
That's true.
But look how good you can be with your dynamic running, even if you can't throw the football, i.e. a young Kyler Murray.
In fantasy, yeah, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Kyle Murray can't throw the fucking ball. But he was a good fantasy
he
option.
can't even play now because of Call
Call
of Duty.
Duty's out. Yeah, he's out for the year now.
Oh, Warzone comes out on Friday, the new
Oh,
one.
boy.
So he's going to miss multiple weeks. Oh, no, it's a hamstring.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Hey there, little fella.
I don't know. I'm interested to see. Interested to see who I think in general, and so does the NFL's opinion. Obviously, that Trey Lance is a better quarterback than Justin Fields. Just given the draft, they took him ahead of him. Everybody did. He's obviously got the better team. What could he be doing right now? Right? It's just an interesting
Sure, it's
what
interesting
could
to
have been.
think about, and it is exactly that. It's a what could be scenario, but we don't know.
I don't think
We
anyone could
have Trey
be
Lance.
sold on either guy right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
No, you're definitely not sold on Justin Fields. I traded for him because he's put.
I
he
can't
just-
be. I don't think you should be sold on Trey Lance either. 'Cause we don't know.
I'm never sold on him, but this is what I was expecting from him. This is what Fields is doing right now is exactly what I was expecting from Trey Lance, just with a better team around him. So, Justin Fields, let me give you guys some numbers off the top of my head. He had 4 touchdowns yesterday, 2 rushing, 2 receiving.
Another 60-yarder.
he had, I believe, 164 yards rushing, somewhere around there, and 170 yards passing. Like, he almost had more rushing yards than passing yards.
There was what the stat.
I'm surprised his passing yards are even that high.
The stat I
He can't
heard
throw for
earlier
shit.
was he has rushed for 467 yards in the last 4 games, and it's like 116 yards per game that he's rushing for.
There's no way that keeps up.
Crazy.
There's no way that keeps up.
I don't think so either.
Oh,
But I would
definitely
love 70.
Sure.
70. If he gets 70 yards rushing, that's 7 points, obviously. Say he gets in a touchdown, that's 13 points. It's about what I get from Aaron Rodgers. Like, in general, so I'm okay with that.
Except for this week.
And he actually had a good week. He had his best week of the season, so I don't know. We'll move on from the get dunked on unless you guys have anything else to say.
he's had 325 rush yards alone in the last 2 games.
2 games?
Nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts because speaking of...
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros Podcast.